everyone. RaiseTech25 is back in with another reaction video. Today I'm going to react to Right on Spark by Carson Zen Workshops. So, this is going to be interesting. But this episode is mostly about SPAMCAN. So, without further ado, let's get started.
SPAMCAN seemed to return to Sodor far too often for his own liking, or anyone else's. On a late winter afternoon, he delivered a goods train from the other railway. He went to rest at the sheds. A chorus of groans sounded upon his arrival.
I can tell they certainly do not like him.
I am bewildered,
he moaned dramatically,
as to why I'm forced onto your metals time and again. It's practically magnetism. I suppose it must be nice for your railway to be graced by modernity. I'd say you're lucky I'm here.
They won't be happy if they
We'd be lucky if you weren't, sneered Gordon. We get on just fine without you around.
Well,
But I
that's
think
up for debate.
SPAMCAN did
Led
forgot something.
SPAMCAN.
Never mind that I
I'm not
can
gonna
do
spoil it,
double
though.
your work in a fraction of the time. But I brought precious sand to get you through this cold spell. Not that
no
I
winter is
care
not
for
the
the
worst
stuff.
season.
We diesels never lose our grip on the rails.
Oh,
Whatever
really?
keeps you kettles boiling.
You brought the sand, have you? The top of the hatch stood close by,
Why, yes, sir.
replied SPAMCAN with false sincerity.
Anything to keep your fine railway running.
Oh, really?
And where, pray tell, is it?
Come again, sir?
Oh,
The sand, 199. As you're so certain of its whereabouts, perhaps you could explain why it's not with the rest of your train.
uh-oh. What happened, SPAMCAN? Why did you left it?
I'll tell you, interrupted Sir Topham Hatt. It seems you kicked up such a fuss about having to come to my fine railway
He forgot
that you
the
left
last
before
two
the last
trucks.
trucks could be coupled to your train. What do you suppose they contained?
Dear.
Blushed SPAMCAN. I would suggest you make yourself
now,
comfortable,
SPAMCAN.
continued Sir Topham Hatt. Due to bridge work, you won't be going home tonight. You can help with the goods traffic tomorrow. At least then, you can be somewhat useful. Good day to you. The engines chuckled in delight. Except Edward. I'm worried, he sighed. Driver says a hard frost is coming tonight, and my sandboxes are rather low. Pouted SPAMCAN.
Modern engines aren't concerned with such trivial matters. Sand, indeed. Is this a railway or a playground? Just stand aside and let me handle
Just
things,
ignore
old
SPAMCAN
timer.
at work.
The other engines hissed, but Edward stayed silent.
SPAMCAN will get a run for his money soon.
The next day, Edward collected his passengers. His driver was right. Frost coated the rails, and he'd witnessed the other engines wheel slipping all morning. Right, Edward thought as the guard's whistle blew. Nice and steady. We'll be all right.
Yes, nice and steady.
Edward puffed steadily along, dropping sand if he felt he had no grip. Thankfully, the morning sun helped melt the frost. That's good, that's good, he smiled.
But not
The
for the
sun
tunnel.
was no use in the tunnel. It was dark and frigid, and the frost clung hard to the rails. As Edward steamed through, his wheels slipped, and the coaches dragged him to a snail's pace. Come on, he groaned. He tried to drop more sand, but his sandboxes were depleted. Go on, Edward, called the driver. You're nearly there.
You can do it. But Edward used to fill up your sandboxes earlier.
Edward was puffing so hard, his smoke began to fill the tunnel. Driver and fireman covered their noses with their jackets. nearly there, huffed Edward. With one final effort, he burst into the daylight, and his wheels
job,
found their
Edward.
grip once more.
I'm proud.
Brilliant, old boy! Well done, cheered his crew.
But here
From
it
the
comes.
opposite direction, SPAMCAN came trudging along with his goods.
Oh, SPAMCAN.
Looking a little worse for wear, eh, old
He's
iron?
gonna get
He
some
chortled with
drama.
delight. Oh dear, Edward thought. He won't like my smoke in the tunnel.
You're right,
He
Edward.
didn't.
He didn't like it.
What's going on?
He coughed, shutting his eyes.
Oh, help! Oh, fire! Oh, I'm too reliable to go up in flames.
He was too startled to notice the frosty rails, and the heavy train had dragged him to a complete standstill. The guard ran back to the last station. Edward was resting when the guard arrived and asked for help.
But his sandbox were empty.
Sorry, sir, sighed Edward, but I've got no sand left. A train like that would be too much for me without it. That wretched diesel is nothing but bad luck, hissed Gordon. Is this a
that
railway or a
diesel is
playground?
bad luck.
You're certainly treating it like the latter. That's it, cried Edward. Gordon, you're brilliant. He turned to his driver. There's a school near the station, and their playground has plenty of sand. I'm sure we could borrow some given the situation. The driver, fireman, and guard wasted no time. They trudged over to the school, filled buckets with sand, and when they returned, Edward's sandboxes were full once more. Off we go, he whistled the town clerk. By now, the smoke had cleared from the tunnel. SPAMCAN noticed. His eyes were shut tight, and he continued to shudder and whinge as his wheels spun.
All these years of service,
And there he
never
goes.
to end on this
SPAMCAN is
rotten
whining.
island. It's curtains for me. Tell my fitter I
Made it out of the tunnel in the end. SPAMCAN cracked open one eye. There was Edward, buffering up in front.
It was just
SPAMCAN
steam.
eyed the smoke wafting from his funnel and realized at once what happened.
Huh.
Oh my. Perhaps I got a bit caught up in all the excitement.
Let's
well
get you moving so the others can get caught up. You've delayed
I
them
could
with all
agree,
this
Edward.
running on the spot.
Too much of running on the spot.
Slowly and carefully, Edward pulled SPAMCAN and the train free of the tunnel. The sand did the trick, and he had
It
no
does
trouble
work.
with the icy rails.
Derek was not happy. We have SPAMCAN. SPAMCAN was being silly by the time he made it to the station.
When they reached the station, Edward chuckled. Not too shabby for an old iron, wouldn't you say? SPAMCAN didn't say.
He said nothing.
He left later that day, much to the delight of the others. It was strange then when he returned the following morning with only a few trucks.
Finally brought that sand you steamers were clamoring for,
He muttered, trying not to make eye contact. Edward noticed one of the trucks was still coupled as SPAMCAN moved off. I say, keeping some for yourself? Your
You had to take it to the
father says I
school,
have to take it
Edward.
to the schoolyard as repayment. Such
that's
work is
repayment.
beneath me, he growled. I'm sure the children will be pleased, Edward smiled. And you can use some of it yourself if you slip again. I'm sure you wouldn't mind that beneath you, eh?
Oh, it does.
SPAMCAN's only reply was a disgruntled horn.
Video workshop. Thank you for watching. Alright, this will do it for today. Be sure you like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single video. Don't forget to subscribe to Carson's Workshop. So where he makes all kind of Thomas and Friends episodes and content. Until then, have a great day everyone, and happy Monday. Peace.